Please be seated. A preemptive strike is military action taken by a country in response to a threat from another country. It is usually carried out before a formal declaration of war. It has never been the policy of the United States government to use a preemptive military strike. That does not mean that we haven't tried it in the past or that we won't try it in the future. Thank you.
Justified his vigilance by quoting the words of a Chinese reformist: "To annihilate a country, you must first eradicate its history." When it comes to wiping out history, however, the party itself has been trying dangerously hard.
You know, Dakota, I knew someday you would take my job. I just wasn't expecting it to be today.
Sorry, Francis. I'm the President's envoy to the People's Republic of China. This is your show. A list of Chinese delegates.
I knew Dakota wasn't taking my job. Now, officially, Dakota is the final voice liaison officer to the Director of National Intelligence. But since there is no director, the President has made Dakota some kind of envoy. Things are really getting strange at the White House. Now, Dakota gave me the intelligence on China originally, but I wonder how much she actually knows. Let's see what she thinks of a military preemptive strike.
The President cannot approve a preemptive strike. It'd be on CNN before the Navy knows.
There's more than one way to sink a submarine. Unofficially, Israel and the CIA used a computer virus called Stuxnet to sabotage the Iranian nuclear program. Now, the Iranian reactors are of the same type as those installed on the Chinese submarines. I wonder if a Stuxnet-type virus could stop those subs. Among the official delegates on Dakota's peace mission is a PLA naval officer named Feng Yi-sung. He's already the authority on Chinese naval deployment in the South China Sea, but he's a classical music aficionado. I wonder about a Stuxnet hidden in the DRM of a special recording of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. It would be a gift he couldn't possibly refuse. So here's what you tell the President.
No, you tell her. She's here.
Here?
Yes. Secret Service is giving you 30 minutes. Alone. Lewis is handling security on our side. Meeting never took place.
Okay, when?
Tomorrow, 0700. So get your ass ready and put on a tie.
I should be insulted that I am providing red analysis to the President of the United States outside the Oval Office and in secret, but these are strange times. Hamilton doesn't seem concerned that she's about to start World War III. Well, if it's a war she wants, it's a war she'll get. Let's see how presidential our first celebrity president really is.
Please be seated. Dakota, it's your show.
This is a briefing by final voice at the request of the President of the United States. Present are the President, Dr. Fitzgerald, and myself.
Dr. Fitzgerald.
Madam President, nuclear weapons 50 miles.
You don't pull any punches, do you? The United States is incapable of repelling a nuclear first strike by the Chinese. Incapable?
Both militarily and, in my opinion, we lack the political...
Keep your opinion to yourself. You know, you do not have to respect me, but you sure as hell will respect this office.
Madam President, I think that we're surely revisit it.
I want to speak to Dr. Fitzgerald in private. I reread your analysis on a war between U.S. and China. It terrified me, just as much as it did the first time. So I asked a previous occupant, former head of the CIA, ambassador to China, what he thought.
And what did President Bush say?
He wanted to know what Dr. Fitzgerald thinks. I cannot order a military strike on a perceived ally. But in a couple of years, the next president is going to be faced with nuclear weapons off the coast of San Francisco. So, if you really are my final voice, what should I do?
The Secret Service codename for Hamilton is Wolf, as in Virginia Woolf. Her mood swings just reinforce what I already knew. My terms were simple. First, reinstate final voice. My recommendations were based on Franklin Roosevelt's approval of Joint Board 355 in March of 1941. I told her to have Dakota propose a nuclear-free zone in the Pacific, a diplomatic preemptive strike against the Chinese. I knew the Chinese would accept it because ultimately they want to get their hands on the China Protocol. Now, what I didn't tell her about was the computer virus I was having developed to take care of those Chinese submarines. Now all I need is someone devious enough to plant it on a presidential peace envoy.